Hello Tenno, welcome to another video. My name is BagHead and today I'm going to talk about Follie's signature primary laser beam rifle, which is called Enkaus. Enkaus is pretty cool. It sports a 12 fire rate with a 60 magazine. It doesn't have any extra mag, but you can still reload it since it's a beam weapon, like it just has 60, similar to Bibonico. It has a 2.2-second reload. It is a health trigger. It has 16% critical chance and 32% status chance, and it has a corrosive from the default, from the get-go. So I will suggest you build this weapon with status in mind. I don't see this weapon as a crit weapon, and it also has an alt fire where you ink up enemies, and when you get to a certain HP threshold, those inked up enemies can be get executed by the weapon, reloading it for a portion of its ammo, so you can infinitely shoot this weapon. And if you're using this weapon with follie, you will also activate her passive, aka Ink Blots, which lets you slow down enemies and get energy orbs by them when they die, which is pretty cool. I quite like the synergy it has with follie. And let me quickly show the weapon with follie. Without follie, you basically just alt fire and then kill enemies like that. And if you have follie, you just like use any ability she has, and boom, now we have easy kills. Since there is no ammo maximum, but you can still reload the weapon, I will suggest a build like this. The build is quite simple. You go primary debilitate, so when you status proc enemies, the combined statuses split into their components, making you trigger a bunch of different status at the same time. Since because of that, I'm running Serration with Galvanized Aptitude, which doesn't cause any diminishing returns. Lovely. We have Viral Electricity with Magazine Warp, because like I said, since there's no ammo maximum, there's no fear factor of like losing all of your bullets. So you can just have 93 bullets, and since the alt fire consumes like 15 bullets, having 93 bullets will let you use more reserve. Lets you do the combos and the ability of the weapon easier. Like also, like I said, you don't have to build for crits. It's not a crit weapon, it's a status weapon. Also, when you execute an inked enemy by shooting an inked enemy through until it reaches a certain HP threshold, it automatically shows you a red crit with 3 exclamation marks, so it lets you hit that dopamine regardless. Hammer shot is not necessary. You can use something else, like maybe, I don't know, primed firestorm. If that increases the alt fire's range, you can try prime shred. Like any alternative you can do. Oh, by the way, when you're using this weapon with this build specifically, I will suggest you use it with a companion that can trigger a bunch of status effects. That can be Nautilus, your Hounds, your Durgas. Like, it doesn't matter which companion. Like, as long as you have a companion that will trigger 2 or 3 statuses, it will help this weapon even more. It will basically let you kill even better. But as you can see, I'm using it without a companion, and you just saw it's an inked enemy, they reach a certain HP threshold, boom, red crit appears, and I execute them, letting me reload the weapon over and over and over again. And when you use it with follie, you can also get orbs, health, or energy, and that's all about it, to be honest. It's a fun beam weapon. It's a pretty cool weapon. I quite like the gameplay of it. I quite like the unique aspects of it, and the synergy with follie is also pretty nice. So, I show you the build. I can show you the build again real quick. All right. Once again, this is the build. If you're a new player, you can just replace like galvanized aptitude and galvanized chamber with split chamber, and you just don't use aptitude. You just go with serration, regular split chamber. If you don't have the 60/60 mods like malignant force and ramons, you can use the 11 mod capacity mods, but don't max them out if you're an early player, because that can eat up your slots. You just used like toxic shots, or like whatever they're called, cold magazine. What's it called again? Yeah, cryo rounds. Like, just use regular cryo rounds with like toxic mods. Like, if you don't have the 60/60s, like, it's all up to you, because the weapon can work in early game, but since you will be unlocking this weapon after Chains of Arrow, you will probably have a good collection of mods. So just go crazy, but status builds are more preferred on this weapon. And for the arcanes, when you unlock the arcanes, you don't have to specifically use Debilitate. I just find it really fun to use on this weapon. You can try something else, like maybe Arcane Primary Cold. There's like a cold one. There's like a Primary Blight. There is, you can maybe use just Deadhead or Merciless. Merciless for more reload speed. Or you can just try maybe whatever different primary arcanes exist, because only other one I know is like Dexterity. There's also Overcharge, which lets you have multi-shot, but I don't know if multi-shot works this weapon because like it's beam weapon. So I just put Galvanized Chamber there just in case, you know. But yeah, so let's go to the live gameplay and see how it acts with a companion equipped this time. As I mentioned before, the reason that you will need a companion that procs status effects for you for this weapon, because like it just makes it that you hit that galvanize aptitude better, because you're using primary debilitate, and sometimes debilitate might not be enough as well. And you don't necessarily need follie again, because like follie just makes it easier because you just ink up everything with your abilities by simply existing. So when you're not using follie, you can just press the alt fire, since you will have 93 bullets with magazine warp or primed magazine warp. I'm pretty sure regular magazine warp should give you like 80 bullets or something like that. You will have enough ammo to alt fire, then primary fire as well, which will be quite fun. So this is the performance of the weapon. I couldn't find the accolade unfortunately, so that's all I will be able to show. But yeah, from what you can see, it's just pretty good. It's like, I don't know why this spread is happening, by the way. It might be because of my companion, but the way it just spreads as well, it just like kills enemies so fast. It's just a pretty good beam weapon, and I'm quite a fan of this. And I can't wait to see more beam weapons with unique gimmicks being added. So that was all from the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about Enkaus. And if you'd like to see more about this, more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about Enkaus yourself, and was obtaining this weapon was easy for you, because you get this weapon from Follie's Hunt, or you can just use the pity points to buy the blueprints, but you know they are kind of expensive. But in my opinion, this weapon is quite worth it. Anyways, tenno, that was all from me, and I see you guys in the next video.